Hey everyone, welcome back. How are you friends around the world? If you're new here, we're honored to have you with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The world has been hoping the conflict between Israel and Iran doesn't escalate into a full-scale war. But unfortunately, that fear is becoming real. After mutual air threats and attacks, the red lines have finally been crossed. Things are heating up fast. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has ordered the Air Force to directly strike Iranian military headquarters. But it didn't stop there. The attacks also targeted important nuclear facilities. The strike killed several scientists and a top commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Iran, known as one of the most powerful military forces in the Middle East, didn't stay silent. And their response wasn't just symbolic. They brought destruction right into Israeli territory. This shows that what was once a limited conflict is now on the verge of turning into an all-out war, with air power leading the charge. It's clear that Israel is being blamed as the side that started the war. But obviously, they aren't acting recklessly. They must have calculated their opponent's strength carefully. Looking at a military comparison, Israel does have a slight edge. According to the Global Firepower Index, Israel ranks 14th among the world's military powers, just one spot above Iran, which ranks 15th. So, it's not surprising that Israel felt confident enough to launch a preemptive strike. But just because you're ranked higher doesn't mean you'll win, especially when it comes to manpower. Iran has a population of about 88.3 million, allowing them to mobilize around 1.1 million troops, 610,000 active, 350,000 reserve, and 220,000 paramilitary. In comparison, Israel has only 9.4 million people and a total military force of about 670,000, 170,000 active, 465,000 reserve, and 35,000 paramilitary. However, since this hasn't turned into a full-blown ground war yet, these numbers haven't really played a major role on the battlefield. For now, both sides are relying mainly on airstrikes, so it becomes even more important to analyze each side's air defense and offensive capabilities, especially in the context of the two current military operations, Israel's Rising Lion and Iran's True Promise Tree. As part of Rising Lion, Israel has reportedly deployed at least 200 aircraft units, mainly made up of the F-35 Yadir, a specially modified version of the F-35 Lightning II, tailored for the Israeli Air Force. These jets are key players, having hit over 100 strategic targets in Iran, from uranium enrichment sites to missile factories and air defense systems. Alongside the Yadir, Israel also deployed the F-16Y Sufa, a heavily upgraded version of the F-16D Block 52, built specifically for Israeli missions. The Sufa jets are used in support roles, carrying out cyber attacks and releasing decoy drones to confuse Iranian radar and create gaps in their defense for follow-up strikes. Israel also used the F-15E Ram, a heavily modified version of the F-15E Strike Eagle. These jets are built for powerful strikes against reinforced targets like underground bunkers and command centers. The Ram typically comes in after the Yadir jets clear the way, delivering knockout blows to missile depots and logistics hubs. But no matter how strong this fleet looks on paper, things don't always go as planned. Many videos circulating on social media show destroyed Israeli jets, reduced to smoking wreckage, after being hit by Iranian air defenses, which turned out to be more prepared than expected. Unlike Israel, which is going all in on air power, Iran knows that breaching Israel's multi-layered, high-tech air defense system won't be easy, especially since Iran's own fighter fleet is still largely made up of outdated aircraft like the US-made F-4S and F-5S, as well as Soviet-era MiG-29S. Despite some upgrades through domestic production and Russian support, Iran still doesn't have a true fifth-generation fighter jet. But when it comes to striking back, Iran isn't holding back. One of their most powerful weapons is the Fateh ballistic missile, which can be launched from mobile platforms. This isn't just a long-range rocket, it's a nightmare for enemy air defenses. With a range of up to 1,400 kilometers and the ability to maneuver mid-air before hitting its target, the Fateh is designed to evade radar and shake the enemy's confidence. Reports have come out claiming that one of Iran's targets in its recent attack was Israel's most secretive intelligence headquarters. According to direct statements from Iranian sources, They used a Rasfan ballistic missile to hit the intelligence facility. This missile has a deadly range of 1,400 kilometers. Although this claim hasn't been officially confirmed by third parties, if it's true, then this strike would be a major embarrassment, a real slap in the face to the heart of Israel's security system. Israel, on the other hand, chose a different path. It's still relying heavily on its advanced fighter jets equipped with high-tech missiles. One of these is the Icebreaker Smart Missile, a long-range precision weapon that seems like it has a mind of its own. It can track high-value targets on land or sea, even in messy, chaotic combat conditions full of interference. It flies at subsonic speeds, has a range of 300 kilometers, and carries a 250-kilogram warhead. The Icebreaker is Israel's go-to missile for accurately taking out critical Iranian infrastructure from a safe distance. But what's even more intimidating is another Israeli-made missile called the Blue Sparrow, or as it's referred to internally, Golden Horizon. Don't be fooled by the poetic name. This missile is a true killer. Over 6.5 meters long and weighing almost 2 tons, it can strike targets up to 2,000 kilometers away. That means the Israeli Air Force could potentially hit the center of Tehran without even entering Iranian airspace. Israel also deployed its Hermes 900 spy drone, one of its most advanced surveillance UAVs. But as soon as it took to the skies, it was shot down and destroyed before it even got the chance to gather intel. A major blow to Israel's usually superior tech. Iran, however, didn't just stick to spying, they hit back, and hard. They launched a Shahed 136 kamikaze drone packed with a 50-kilogram bomb that can fly up to 2,500 kilometers. Cheap, quiet, and deadly. This drone sent shockwaves through Israel, and it didn't stop there. Iran also launched a much larger drone called the Aras, specifically designed to target strategic locations. Its destructive power was brutal and really tested Israel's defenses that many have called the strongest in the Middle East. Iran has built a reputation as a drone and missile powerhouse. Its weapons are fully homegrown, and their effectiveness has been proven in real battles. But behind all that strength, there's one major weakness in Iran's defense system. Its airspace is still too vulnerable. This is the gap Israel constantly tries to exploit to sneak into Tehran's skies. But Iran isn't dumb. They've responded by building deep underground weapons bunkers that are incredibly tough to reach. Israeli airstrikes are almost useless when the target is buried beneath massive layers of concrete. Meanwhile, Israel is known for having the most advanced, multi-layered air defense systems in the region, top of the line and very expensive. From the random response David Sling to the Arrow system, their defenses are highly developed. But no matter how strong a defense is, Iran has still managed to break through. Their advanced missiles can slip between those layers and explode right at the core of their targets. Still, Israel can't be underestimated either. It reportedly has Jarkoto missiles armed with 1,000-kilogram nuclear warheads with explosive force equivalent to one small atomic bomb. One launch of that kind could literally reshape the map. At the same time, Israel needs to stay alert, because Iran is storing Khurramshahr ballistic missiles with 1-ton warheads that can even hit supersonic speeds. And up until now, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard hasn't even fired one of them in actual battle. Looking at both sides overall, Israel clearly has the upper hand in terms of tech-based military intelligence precision strikes and layered air defense. So it's not surprising that their airstrikes on Iranian territory have caused serious damage with pinpoint accuracy. But Iran isn't an easy opponent. It has more missiles, a widespread and decentralized production network, and a long-term strategy that's hard to predict. So if Israel thinks it can defeat Iran with just air power and advanced tech, it might be playing with fire, facing off against an enemy that knows how to survive and strike back in unexpected ways. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to follow S News, check out our upcoming videos, and please support us by liking, subscribing, and dropping a comment.